This man used scissors to cut the woman's clothes. Then he was startled. He had never seen this scene before, and the woman was finally able to breathe. She had always been troubled by her body. Since school, she had felt embarrassed, so she wrapped her body up. The man didn't know that this was the source of her distress. This should be every woman's dream, but she was troubled because her height didn't grow, only her body did. That's why she was so upset. Mary usually helped Jack with the housework, and whenever Jack called her, she would come. Mary would also check Jack's health, but Mary was not just good at housework. She was also great at taking care of others, comforting Jack. Mary cared deeply for Jack. Normally, Jack should have been happy about this, but he didn't feel that way. He was indifferent to Mary. That's because Mary had been bought for him by Jack's father. A month ago, Jack was in a car accident, and his father died on the spot. Jack's right hand was also seriously injured. After hearing about it, Jack's father kicked him out of the family, because his family didn't allow disabled people. Jack's siblings all hated him, hoping that the person who died had been him. Jack was completely hopeless. At times, he really felt that he didn't deserve to live in this world. He was even willing to sacrifice his life to bring his mother back. One night, there was a sudden knock on the door. Jack opened the door and found a girl in white clothes standing there. She introduced herself and said she had come to marry Jack. Jack suddenly remembered what had happened. This was definitely a woman his father had sent. She was probably sold here to settle a debt. Jack took off his clothes and draped them over Mary's shoulders to keep her from catching a cold. He led Mary into a room and then left. The next day, Jack hadn't slept all night. He sat up until morning, because every time he closed his eyes, all he could think of was his family scolding him. Suddenly, he heard footsteps. It was Mary, coming to help Jack with the housework. Jack was startled, and his sadness instantly disappeared. But Jack still didn't let Mary into his room. However, Mary was a very cheerful girl. She treated Jack warmly, and soon, she had tidied up his room. She even bought a lot of fresh vegetables, and had repaired Jack's torn pants. Jack shyly snatched the pants away, because they were his underwear.